so far.
It's okay.
There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so
Mm-hmm.
we hope you'll stick with us. Next,
I'm not going
please
anywhere.
take a look at this.
Zelda, 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 Metroid, 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 Zelda,
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the
Here we
Legend of
go.
Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
Why?
We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
Yeah.
For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer.
The game's not coming out
While
this
you're all
year,
waiting,
is it?
however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Skyward Sword. How did they change the controls? I think they removed motion controls. No, they can't. He wasn't holding the sword super weird like when you hold a Wiimote.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Mm-hmm.
This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game.
I wonder
The
how
Joy-Con
precise
controller in
this
your
actually
left hand
is.
the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow.
I'm guessing I
Physical
can't use a
movements add
pro
sense of
controller.
urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Okay.
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward.
This works for me.
To swing
That's
to the
interesting,
right,
actually. I wonder how good that
the
feels to
left,
use.
or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while
I
the
can't
left
wait to get
features a
drift on
Hylian
these.
shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the
I'm getting
earliest
them
story
anyways.
in the Legend of Zelda timeline.
Can I get Wind
details the
Waker
events
and Twilight
around the
Princess
creation of the
HD as
Master
well,
Sword
please?
itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii and those playing it for the first time will enjoy discovering the origins of The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th. Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
I already played it. I'll play it again.
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
I want the other ones too, please.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls
and or a
button controls
Metroid,
by tilting
a
the
2D
right control
Metroid.
stick. Okay,